Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Grandia 3. Yuki's been sitting here for probably about 20 minutes since last time because I went out and talked to a buddy for a little while. And then I was like, hell, I got more time. I'm going to record another one. So anyway, last time we made our way to Randoto Island after getting through the whole sequence on the boat there. And this time we're going to slaughter some of the same enemies over and over and over again because there's not a lot of creativity when it comes to the enemies around here. And you need more SP. So you beat up that, you beat up that. There we go.
Another flawless victory.
Flawless victory.
Get in line.
I like them flawless victories. And what do we got here? Open a chest. Ooh, pretty. I like that. Shock Blade. It's got the effect of paralysis. Slightly more powerful. Having, there's a difference. In the last episode I was talking about using the weapon like this to restore HP and I forgot to go over it. So we'll go over it now. But having the effect of paralysis is different. So here, it's a separate action in battle. Here, it's just added onto your normal attack. Alright. Let's roll through some more of the area here on Randoto. Or I could miss. That works too, you know. Alfina's going first. Perfect. So she gets her turn. See, we have a secondary ability over here. Use weapon effect. And it'll use a healing spell. And basically, it just casts the heal spell. And it won't ever be boosted by a mana egg. And it can't get any faster. In the case of mana eggs, the higher the boost you get for a particular element, not only does it deal more damage, but it also executes faster. So having more kind of upgrades or more boosts is more beneficial because then you actually get the thing off faster. But anyway, there's almost never a reason to use a weapon effect like that unless it causes a status effect or something like that. Let's see here. Who do I want to hit? No, you know what? Stun Force on you. And you want to take on that guy, finish him off. Figure I'll show a couple of battles with some of the repeat enemies. Just show different strategies. I could have used that to take on the big guy, I guess, too. But the important thing is trying to make sure... You know what? Come on. Ah, I was hoping. Sometimes when an enemy's already in the middle of casting, it seems to increase the chances of something like aerial slash or a canceling effect of actually getting, you know, learning a secret method for a skill like that. Also note that, as you can see, the effect of paralysis on a lot of enemies can actually last quite a while. Go fight him some more. But yeah, even when you attack somebody who's in paralysis, it will not interrupt their paralysis. Also note, I forgot to mention before when we were going over aerial combos, but if an enemy is in a status effect like paralysis or poison, and they'll become a lot easier to knock into the air with critical to deal an aerial combo to. Even if they're not in the between the command and the act stages of the turn order thing there. Alright. Don't need to show... Ooh, come on. Stupid timer doesn't want to work. Alright, there we go. Anyway, we grabbed that one, and I believe there was only one path over there that we already did, so that means we go this way. And what do we have over here? Go down a little bit. Another guard. Oh my lord, I got the shell armor that I was talking about last time, and a healing herb out of that, and we get a force knife. Wow! Shell armor has water-based damage. I would give that probably to you. Yeah, that's probably the best use of it, I would suspect. I don't know who else can use it, but that's fine. And what else did I get? I got a new knife for you. This one, if I remember correctly, Yeah, use weapon to increase allies' attack. This one's actually quite useful, even more so than Yuki's effect of paralysis. This one, if you use the weapon or use it as an item or whatever, you know, as with Alfina's, it uses the effect of WoW, and WoW increases your attack power. And we don't normally have access to that spell yet, so it's a very good idea to make use of it. I'm not seeing things, am I? No. Okay, perfect. So yeah, very useful for boss fights, and yeah. Okay, we're just going to cut in here. I've just been defending, but if you'll notice, there are two enemies that are circling around there at the command go, but they haven't moved on the gate a lot. Now, what enemies can do in this game is they can actually team up for a combination attack. And so one or two will sit there and wait at the thing, and it'll be indicated by moving around in circles like they do. And if you cancel one of them, it cancels the whole attack, and they all, you know, I'm not sure if they all move back on the grid, but they won't be able to do the attack anymore until somebody else gets there and decides to start doing it. So I'm just going to show it off to show you what it does. I was just defending in this fight, but as you can see, they got 3 of them there. Now they're going to go for the move. Do note that I have defense on, but yeah, I did 50 damage with defense on. Probably would have done well over 100 without it. But yeah, you get a whole bunch of hits off there, which is nice. See, their normal attack hits a whole bunch of times, so that makes this a really useful battle to do a lot of guarding against. I'm going to do the rest of this off screen, and I will see you in a moment. There we go, we just finished off that fight. Do note this rock here, we can't blow it up from this side, but if we go like this, you'll notice that there's something back there, and I'll just tell you now, it's another one of those little bomb things so that we can blow it up. Alright, enough of that fight. Let's cycle down here a little bit. Hit that one. And you'll notice that we're kind of back at the start there. So yeah, we are able to get back if we so have the desire to do so. That'll make backtracking a little bit easier later on. And around here, there's something I should probably mention with these guys. If you hit this, and the enemy comes close to it, and then you encounter him, this is the only true first strike that you get where all of your characters start right here and can attack the enemies all out. Yeah, you can use Crackle, summon allies, yeah. But anyway, yeah, so you can do that if you want an effective way. It's kind of a pain in the ass to time it right, since the enemies are moving around the map and you have to wait for it. And if you get hit by it too, then you get knocked down. The enemies can get a first strike on you, so you got to make sure you back away from it, but not run into things. Kind of a pain in the ass. Also note that you won't learn a new ability there. It also makes your moves will activate instantly on the first row here. As you can see, all of our moves are going to happen right off the bat here. You know what? You can just go for normal attack here. And so can you, because the other two are going to get it all done. But yeah, you won't learn a letter like that until that point. Okay, so you don't activate them automatically, it just moves them earlier on the gauge. But anyway, easy way of getting excellence there if you were trying to do that. There we go. Woo! Yeah, see, I tried to hit it. I ended up getting surrounded because of it. One way around that is, if you get here, you can go flee.
Did we make it?
And then try and run out of the range before it blows up. And there we can get the first strike over and over and over again. You can only do this at so many places because there's not a lot of opportunity to be able to do it. Let's see, we'll go with another ripple shot. And yeah, I can probably manage a force this time. And then... Really? 2 in a row? Awesome! I like that. Of course, I didn't need Force Slash if I did that, but anyway. I was just hoping for a higher chance that somebody would learn something. Wow. Now, did I... Yeah, see, when you wait too long, it wears out, and you'll just get a normal encounter with the enemies. Anyway, I was about to say I'm going to cut this fight out, but, nah. Whirlwind! Whirlwind, once it gets fast, is really good. As you can see, when it acts really quickly, you can basically take out all of the enemies right away. Makes it really effective weapon for taking down enemies quickly, especially if Yuki is the first one in the turn order. So that's going to blow up that one, which gives us another minor shortcut. But anyway, let's move on. What else we got up here? Ooh, treasure. What else we got here? I can't carry any more Panacea or Panica. I think it's Panacea, right? I don't know how to pronounce anything. You should all know this by now. Let's head out here. I can't remember. Is the save point out here a rainbow-colored one or just the green one? Probably just the green one, isn't it? The rainbow-colored ones tend to appear before bosses. Also, before, you know, right at the start of an area. Yeah, it's one of those ones. Okay. I do need to do a little bit of setup because I forgot to give anybody... all heal. So let's give you all heal. And let's see. I'm going to give you Burn Strike. And I'm going to change your egg to the Bomb Egg so that I can increase both of those elemental spells. I think we're pretty much good there. Let's give ourselves a save here. There we go. And let's continue on through here. Uh-oh. They were talking about earthquakes earlier. That didn't really do anything, did it? Typically when that happens in a JRPG, something moves and we had access to something we didn't before. It is rather strange, isn't it? The air here. Something isn't right. Well, that's RPG logic for something bad's gonna happen here. Alright, let's move on then. First thing you'll note is there's treasure there and a hole in the ground. We can't get that quite yet. Don't worry, it doesn't last very long. If I remember correctly, we just come up here, hit that, and that rolls downhill, somehow lands in there. Probably would have rolled right over that in real life, but anyway, there's a one there that'll end up cycling back, and we'll be able to come all the way back around after going through most of this screen as well. They put a lot of those little shortcuts in this game. It's kind of nice, but there's not very many dungeons that you actually need to head back to. We get a hunter book. Now, a hunter book, yes, very nice. This one increases our level by 2 in all of the tech skills and 1 in the body skills. I'm going to give that to Yuki there so he does even more damage. And I was supposed to heal at that save point, and I forgot to. There we go. Probably could have just used all heal, but that's fine. Anyway, let's do some climbing here. Let's see how far up we can go in this area. Well, that's as far as we can go up for now. Ah, hidden treasure. Gotta love hidden treasure. And we get a water ring, which reduces water elemental damage, I think, by half. Doesn't really matter right now. Status effect protection is much more important than elemental protection in this game. Ah, the boat swallows are back. Hello. Now, they're basically the same as before. They will still do mating call. They still can attack and do rolling bite, so it's useful to fight around here and do a lot of guarding if you want to. We do not want you to do snooze. So let's just finish you off right there. And I was hoping. Every time I say that, I'm just hoping I get a letter and it acts instantly, which will mean I won't have to worry about taking any damage from it. And what else? So there's Rolling Bite. There's an Aerial Slash. Finish off you.
Sorry, this might hurt.
There's a Stun. Yeah, it's, don't have to worry too much about the enemies around here. The enemies at this point are still really easy, so you don't have to worry. Finish off those guys.
Why not make things easier for
There we
everyone
go.
and stay out of our way?
I'm going to clear off a whole bunch of the enemies around here, and I will see you in a moment. Okay, we're back. You'll notice I'll leave the footage in of me walking up to approach the cliff there and then pulling back so that when you strike the guy with the sword, he doesn't fall back over the cliff, because then you won't be able to initiate the battle with him. Just a little strategy there. I do note that these eggs here can be destroyed. They sometimes do contain items, I think. I think they also sometimes contain enemies, so kind of be aware of that. And over here, we've got an egg. Another bomb egg. Alright, just finished off them off screen. There were so many of them, I just decided to do the little defend method so that I could use up some more SP and get some more back. I find that's a good way of dealing with, like every few battles or so, you probably want to do some defending as long as the enemies in that fight can actually hit you more than once or twice. Ah, treasure chest over there. We'll have to go up here first. Up the long ladders. At least it's not Grandia II ladders. Alright, so we could go up there. What do we have down here? Nothing! Okay. Yeah, I'm still going to appreciate the scenery every once in a while. Definitely. It's one of the aspects about this game that I think is one of the most interesting. I do note if you get too close to the edge over there, you fall down.
I'll give it a shot.
Okay, we'll learn another one for Lancer Smash. And that's going to be the end of the fight, so we'll just keep recording from now.
Another flawless victory. You want an autograph? Get in line.
No, not getting in line, bud. Alright, but yeah, I believe if you get close enough to the ledge there, you fall down to the platform below, which we may want to do in a moment if there's no ladder over here to climb down. Alright, finished off those guys. So yeah, you fall down off the cliff, you land down here. There's no real need to because we can walk there, but I guess it's a faster way of getting there if you want to go faster through there in the future. Nice quick battle. I believe the same thing might happen here. Yeah, there you go. So that's what it looks like if you wanted to see.
Right, I'll give it a try.
Okay,
Get
well,
ready.
we got another one for Dagger Dash.
Little slice and
I've got it.
And finally another one for Aerial Slash. Okay, I just finished off the 3 groups. The one of the fisherman captain and then the 2 little lobster-like dudes that were around here. And here we get a cotton row, something better for Alfina. A little bit better there. Lose a little resistance, but she doesn't really need it, so sure, we'll give you that. That's fine. If you didn't get the rare drops that I did, the rubber boots or whatever they are, and the what's the other one? The shell armor. If you didn't get those, don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. Down here. Can't remember where this one leads. Well, I know one of these ladders leads to a dead end, and one of them leads to treasure. Come on, turn the camera. There we go. So yeah, this one, or not that it leads to a dead end, but it leads to putting the boulder across. That was the one we saw at the start, down the hills where we got that first treasure in this area. So now we can move on. Let's go back up the ladder here. We're almost through this dungeon. Not too much left, I don't think. Should be a ladder heading up right about here. And if I remember correctly, there will be a whole bunch of monsters very shortly. So we don't need to go back that way. Should be right up this ladder. I think there's like 4 or 5 groups of enemies, which I'll be taking care of off screen. Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself, aren't I? Yes, I am. Alright, so over here we got a couple of eggs.
Horse!
And we learned another one for stun force. There we go.
I'll give it a shot.
And there's another one for thrust crash.
Right, I'll give it a try.
And one for force slash.
You're not a...
Alright, I just took out 3 groups when I was fighting the one you saw there. Learned some letters, which was nice. Both Alonzo and Miranda are doing very well in that regard. We get a thunder egg. I believe that is wind and water? Fire and wind, okay. I don't really need that right now, so that's fine. That can just stay there. Anyway, let's take a little tour over here, and then down here, we can fight some more of those guys if we want, but let's go over here first.
I've got it.
And another one for Whirlwind. Yay. And the other 2 attacked me right as I did that, so we just took care of all of them off screen. And here we get some kind of potion, revival potion that I don't need. I do note that the items from Treasure Chest will actually stay sitting there even if you leave the screen. I'm not sure how long they stay there, but they do stay there. So if you like really want to go back and get it, and you're close to a shop, you can go back to that shop and it might still be there. I'm not going to guarantee that it'll still be there, but it might be. Alright, finished off you guys. I guess there aren't any items in this. I don't think I got any last time either, but I figured if we can destroy them, then we can probably get something out of them. I could be wrong. It could be just that they have monsters in them, but anyway, when you're doing this, make sure you don't turn too soon or you don't have the camera rotated in a strange way because you'll miss this treasure chest. That one containing a miracle elixir. That one's very important. That one sells a lot more than pretty much anything else we have right now, and we're probably going to need it. Also, those last few fights, you may want to build up your SP. Just saying. Alright, here's a question for you guys. Do you want me to go into boss fights with full SP, like, you know, the optimal way, and then just annihilate the bosses with lots of SP? Because I can take down some enemies really, really quickly, even bosses pretty quickly. As you can see, we're definitely leveling up our abilities relatively quickly. I wish Flash would have gotten an S, but oh well. So we already got level 2 all around here. Already up to level 4 over here, and level 3 and 4 over here. We'll be able to take down bosses relatively effectively pretty much throughout most of the game by relying on a lot of our abilities. If you want, I can go into the boss fights and annihilate them all with that, and I'll demonstrate that. Well, I'm not really going to be able to demonstrate in the next fight because it doesn't matter what we do. We're still just kind of underpowered to be able to do it right away. But later on, we'll get enough abilities where we can just deal so much damage. We can take down bosses in a few rounds, and they barely get a chance to do anything. So let me know, do you want me to do that, or would you rather I go in with whatever I just happen to have, don't spend any extra effort building up SP before boss fights, and then use a combination of magic, of physical attacks, and whatever SP I happen to have. But anyway, yeah, let me know that, and yeah, that's all for this one, and I'll see you guys next time.